Hi guys, welcome to Code Artisan Lab. This is video number 25 for GymNMS system in Django. And in this video, we are going to implement our third part of the notification system. Okay, so in our previous two parts, we have created the model template. We have implemented the jQuery Ajax and fetching the notification in every 5 seconds. We are inserting the data in our template. Here you can see that. Okay, so this is the thing. And now in this video, now in this third part, what we are going to do, the first thing we will do, we will count the total notification. Okay, so each request we will count the total notification. Okay, and this will be unread notification. This will I will count only unread notification. Okay, and for the read status, because every user has a different read status, because maybe user 1 mark this read, user 2 not mark this read. So we will create this model, we will create a model. Okay, and we will save the notification status with the with user. Okay, so we will create foreign relationship with the notification and the user, and we will save the data. Okay, and when we mark this notification as read, then we will remove this background color and make it white. Okay, and we will also show here the checkbox like I have shown in the first part of this notification system. Okay, maybe in the second part I have shown you. Okay, and the last thing that we will do, we will remove this loading text. Okay, currently it is loading. I have increased the time that I'm currently, it is loading as a 10 seconds. So I will remove this loading and it will show automatically. Okay, so I will just remove this loading text. So these are the things that we are going to implement in this video. Okay, so let's just start with the first. We will create this model. This should be at the top, then we can count the data. Okay, so we will start with the first thing that we need to create the model for saving the data. Okay, so let's start with the first thing. Okay, so let's create the model. So we will open the models.py file here, models.py file. Okay, and we will go to the bottom, and here we will create mark as read notification by user. Okay, and let's say class notif user status. Okay, I hope you understand that why we are creating this model. Okay, so the first thing will be notification, and this will be our foreign key relationship. Okay, and this will be our notify. Okay, and on delete we will say models dot cascade. Okay, cascade. Okay, and now we will attach with the user. So user equal to models dot foreign key. Okay, remember one thing, we also need to manage the status with the trainer. Okay, so we will, when we go to the trainer dashboard, then we will manage that. Okay, then I will show you that how we can manage this status with the trainer. Okay, we will modify this user status. Currently we are just focusing on the user. Okay, or you can say the subscriber. Okay, so what we need to do, so here it will be user. Okay, and this, after that, that is a status equal to models dot boolean. Okay, and this will be default equal to false. Okay, by default the status is false. Okay, so this is our model for the saving status. Okay, so now we need to py manage.py make migrations. Okay, yeah, and then manage.py migrate. Okay, so now we have created the model. Okay, now what we will do, we will just, when we click on the mark as read, we will save the data. Okay, now the another task is, when we click on this, we will save the data. Okay, so we have created the model. We have created the model for the status. Now what we are going to do, let's implement the jQuery functionality for this mark read. Okay, so when we click on this, we will send the request via jQuery Ajax to the server, and we will save the data, and then we will remove this background if a server returns true. Okay, obviously if server returns true, then we will mark this background, and we will remove this button and add checkbox. Okay, so currently we can implement the mark read functionality with the help of jQuery. Okay, so let's go to the template. Okay, and we have notifs.html. Okay, and here we will just comment this. Let's say this is the jQuery, and this is the mark read section start. Okay, so we will say mark read section start, and here we will end this. Okay. Okay, so when we click on this, and before doing anything, let's bind this row with this button. Okay, and pass the data also. So what we need to pass when we click on this? Okay, so what we need to pass, this is our button. Okay, so we will pass, first of all we need to pass the notification ID. Okay, and then second thing is we need to pass user. Okay, if you will not pass user, then it's okay, because the logged in user can only see this page, and we can get the user from the request. Okay, so we just need to pass the notification. So here we will say we will get the detail from the, so what it is, what we have, let's in the network we have get notification response, and in the notification we have model detail, fields are notification detail, and let's preview this data model. We have a primary key, so we will get the primary key. Okay, so this will be d.pk. Okay, so let's run this fast. I will add 1 second. Okay, so we have something like this button. Actually we are running so fast. Let's remove this and add 10 seconds. Now we need to wait 10 seconds. Okay, so it is okay, so we have this, and we will, this is the notification ID. Okay, here you can see that. Now when we click on this, so let's add mark read button. Okay, and this is the class, this is class, so here we will add, and we also add data index. Okay, we will mainly work with index. So what it is, index is, so when we click on this, we will remove this row, we will remove this list. Okay, and here we will also pass the index. Actually this index is a, you can say, the any unique ID, so I will pass this primary key. Okay, so when we click on this button, we will get the index, and we will remove this row, or not remove this row, we will remove the bg lite class. Okay, and here we need to pass one thing more, we need to also show the checkbox icon. Okay, so let's show the checkbox icon here. I will show the checkbox icon, but this will show when we click on the mark as read. Okay, so this will hide and that will show. Okay, so let's say fa checkbox. Okay, so currently it is, we have maybe let's say we need to show in the font or some icons. Okay, so I will connect this with my network. Okay, so while it is connecting, let's work on the this add functionality, this mark read functionality. Okay, so we have this class, So when we click on this, okay, so it is loading via Ajax. So what we need to do, whenever is data loading via Ajax, then we need to add document dot on click. So where we want to click on this, on click this button, okay, and here we will pass the function. First of all, we'll get the index. So this index will be dollar this dot attribute, and the attribute is data index, okay, and then we will get the notification ID, and this will be notif, and we need to pass the jQuery Ajax request. So I'll just copy this and pass this request here, okay, and before send we will show something. Currently I'm removing anything, and then we will add success function, okay, and here we will add a response, and we will show the response, okay, and this will be mark read notification, mark read notif. We need to create this URL and a corresponding view, then we will return the JSON data, okay. So we will pass here the data, okay. So what kind of data we are passing? We are passing the index. So this will be okay, we are not passing this index, we just need to pass this notification ID. So we will say notif and this notification ID, okay, and we are not doing anything before send, and we are doing this in console, okay, and let's open the URL and view file, and let's go to the, and here we will get the things. So what we have, this URL, okay, and here we will pass this URL, and it's corresponding we will create the URL in our view. I will actually copy this, okay, and just comment this mark read by user, okay, and we will create this view, same view, okay, and we need to insert the data, okay, we need to insert the data in the database. So what we will do, we will just we will just return boolean, okay, and the boolean will be true, okay, and before this we will, okay, so we need to get the, let's say notification models dot notification user status dot objects dot create, okay. So every time we will create, okay, and here we need to pass the instance. So what we have notification ID that we are getting from the this Ajax request. This is notification, okay, and the another thing is user, that user is coming from the request session, okay, and the we will create. So what we have, notif user and status, okay. So let's go to notif equal to this notif, okay, and user equal to this user, okay, and status equal to true, okay, and then we will return the JSON response, okay. So we have this thing. So when we click on the button, then we are getting the index, we are getting the notification ID, we are sending the request, we are showing the data, okay. So let's, and here we need to select the checkbox, and we need free, okay. So it is loading, okay. So while it is loading, let's complete this functionality. So we are here, so we need to click on this, okay. So let's refresh the page, okay, and I will just remove this. I'll just currently, okay, no problem, we will refresh this via after 20 seconds, you can say, okay. So currently it will load after 5 seconds. Refresh this page, network, and we have, this is, we need to wait the seconds, maybe something error, unexpected end of line something, and this is saying that okay, so something is error here. Okay, so we have not closed the jQuery Ajax closing, we have not closed the tag. Okay, so we have no error now, so we need to wait 5 seconds. Okay, fine. Now let's when we it is quite disturbing that we need to, okay, no problem, we will go with this. And when we click on this mark as read, then we are sending this thing mark read notification, and it is creating something error. And here we have cannot assign. Okay. Actually we need to fetch the instance, not the, not we cannot pass the id, because in the model we are passing the instance. So we need to here we need to pass the instance. So the instance will be notif equal to notifications models dot notif dot objects dot get pk equal to notif. Okay, and now refresh the page, and here we have a checkbox. Where it is, let's say check. Okay, so why it is in, okay, no issues. So while it is loading, so we have this checkbox, and when we click on this, okay, so we have here it is loading. When we click on this, it will show us the icon. Actually we are doing two things simultaneously. Let's focus on this. Okay, so here we have okay, we want to click on this actually. So when we click on this, it is returning true. It means we have added the data in the database. Okay, and how we can verify that, because we didn't add the model to the admin. So I think we need to add this, and this will take just few minutes. Let's add this notify, what its name, notify user status, user status, and this will be admin, admin, oh, admin, and we have notif user and status. So notif user and status. Okay, and this, let's run the server, restart the server. Okay, so when we go to the, we need to open the another file, we need to open the another thing. So here we will admin, and we will log in this. Today it is working in slow process. Okay, while it is working, let's create the another things. So we have added the mark as read content in our notification user status. Okay, now what we will do, when we returning true, then we will, if response dot bool equal to true, then what we will do, we will, with the help of this index, we will remove the, we will remove the, we have this list, and in this list we have some this kind of class list plus this index. It means when the index, the button we have clicked, and dot remove class bg light. Okay, so when we click on this, it will remove the class, it will remove the background. Okay, and let's now log in here, admin, admin. Okay, and when we click on this, let's click. So here you can see that we have removed the background. Okay, and currently this data is fetching, because we are just fetching the data from the notification, but we need to fetch the data with the two tables commonly with the notification and the other thing. Okay, and why it is okay, password issue. Okay, so we need to add this here, the checkbox also. So notification, so we will add here where it is the checkbox. Okay, so we will copy this and paste it here. Okay, and we will mark this as a text, let's say success. Oh, we can create the button. We, okay, no problem, we can mark this as a text success. We have added the actually we have added the bootstrap icons. So why we are adding the font awesome icons? Okay, bootstrap icons, we have added the bootstrap icons, but we are adding the, we don't need the bootstrap, actually we need to add bootstrap icons. Okay, so let's say I will create the button here. We will replace this button with the checkbox. I will just simply say marked. Okay, so I will just add the class, not class, I will say just simply, I hope I'm not confusing you and you are not confused that what we are doing. Okay, and let's say this is marked and we will add the class here, the let's say simply this is a class button sm. Okay, and we will show this after the status is true. So what we are going to do here, we will add the class marked, and here we will add this thing. Okay, so by default we will add one class more. By default marked will be hide. So we will hide this with the help of display none. Okay, and we will add this style before anything load. Okay, we will add this style here. Okay, and we will just simply, okay, so let's go to here, and when you refresh the page, so we have this bootstrap icons, and let's say we need to check. Okay, check where it is, check. Okay, we can use check square. So what it is, the we can use this thing, copy, and in the views, not in the views, actually here we can show here mark as this thing. Okay, and let's say text. Why we are showing the text? We can say the button success, simply button success. Okay, and when we click on this, we will mark this as a, we will show this, actually we will show this. So when this is true, and when we click on this button, then we will show the marked dot show. Okay, so every time we need to wait 5 seconds. So when we click on this, so it is showing the this mark button. Now we need to add this in a right and remove this mark as read. Okay, and remove this mark as read. So we need to, this mark read button, we need to also this kind of thing. So I will add here, so this mark button read, so we will hide this. Okay, copy this, paste it here, and this will be hide, and we need to show this in a float and also. Okay, so refresh the page, wait 5 seconds only. Okay, so when we click on this, so it will show the this kind of thing. Okay, I hope you understand that what I mean. When we click on this, it will remove the background color and it will show the this button. Okay, now it's turn to fetch the data. If the data is marked as read, then we need to show this button, this green button, else it will show this button. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to fetch the data from the let's fetch the data first. Let's see what we need to do. Okay, let's fetch the data. Okay, so let's fetch the data. So we will, here we are fetching the data, we are fetching the all notification data here. Okay, so what we need to do, we have two things that we need to do. First of all, we will get the data from the notification main table, then we will match that data in our notification status. Okay, so if the status is true according to the user and notification, then we will return true, else return false. Okay, so here we have data. Now I will create, yeah, in this method we are sending the data in the with the help of this get notifs. Okay, so here we have data, so I will simply run for d in data. Okay, and before this I will create json data equal to, and that will be list. Okay, and now we don't need to serialize this. Okay, because we are not transforming our model to a json, but we are just simply return this list. Okay, and in this list, the first thing we need the notification status. Okay, so according to the user, so models dot notification user status objects dot get. Okay, and here user equal to request dot user. Okay, and we have notif equal to d. Okay, so this instance, this notif, here you can see that notif, and we have this d. Okay, so this thing. Okay, now what we will do here, what we will do, if we have any notification status, if notif status, then we will status, let's say notif status equal to true. Okay, because we are just adding true when we click on the mark as read. Okay, else we will return false. So I will just initialize this before the list, and default value will be false. Okay, so if status is true, then it will return true, else it is false. Okay, so now what I will do here, I will just append the I will append the data in the JSON data variable append. Okay, and here we will add object, and in this we will add, we need a primary key, that is d.id, and we need a notification title, notif title, I'll say notif title. Okay, here we are just doing the, so I will just say notification detail, let's say notification detail. Okay, and in this we will add d dot notification detail. Okay, and the third one is notif status. Okay, notif status, and this will be our this notif status. Okay, now we are returning this JSON data. Okay, so let's go to our page and refresh this. Okay, so currently we are logged in as an admin, so it will return the all data according to the admin, and I will open the console here. Okay, so it is saying something. Let's go to the network and let's see what it is saying. So we have something like this. I'll just refreshing this. Okay, so we have this data. So here you can see that we have this notification, this is notif true, this is notif true, and we will add here else. If the notif get, then okay, the the thing is we don't need to add else. Actually we have defined the variable in same variable notif status data, let's say data. Okay, and here we will add this thing. Okay, now refresh this. Okay, so we have this the kind of thing. Here it is saying that this is false, this is false. Okay, so we have this kind of data. Note if notif status data, then we will return true, else it will return false. Okay, so why it is returning the, let's go to the notification. Here we have two data, but it should return true in both cases. Okay, it should return true in both cases, but why it is returning the false value? Okay, so let's verify this. When we go to this here, it is returning the false value. Okay, so let's okay, so the error is nothing but we just need to refresh the server. Okay, so if we the code is same, we just need to refresh the server, then it will return according to the current data. Okay, so let's wait. Okay, so we have here get notifs, and here we have a true value because the both notification added in here. Okay, now let's add this notif detail here because we have added according to the our previous serialization. Okay, so I will say I'll just remove these fields. Okay, and everything will be same. Okay, one thing more, we don't need to parse JSON because when we are sending the list, then it will default a JSON because we are sending the JSON response here. Okay, so we don't need to because if we are using the serialization, then we will use the JSON parse, as else we can use just simple whatever we are returning from the server. Okay, so response dot data d detail and everything is okay. So let's refresh the page here. Okay, and let's small this. So here you can see that we have notification. Okay, okay, now we need to remove this marked because this notification is already read by the admin. Status is true here. Okay, so we need to mark as read. Okay, so what we will do, we will check here if d dot, so what we have, the name of the variable. What is the name of the variable? Notif status. Okay, so it will be notif status equal to true. Then what we will do here, and in the else what we will do here, if the status is true, then we will just simply, in the else this code will be same. In the true, we need to remove this bg. Okay, and I will remove this marked class because this marked class is hiding the success button. Okay, I'll show you. Remove this, and in the mark as read, I will add style. Okay, style is, I will add style equal to display none. Okay, if you see the code, if you see this video carefully, then here you can see that when we click on the mark as read, I am hiding the mark as read button and showing the green icon. With the help of this marked class, we are default hiding the green button. Okay, so here you can see that. Okay, now I will reverse the thing. I'll just hiding the mark as read button and showing the marked button. Okay, so now we can see here, I will refresh the page. Okay, so here you can see that we have this mark, we are showing the notification and with the mark, this marked sign. Okay, and if you go to the another user login, if you go to the another user login, then you can see that the mark as read button will be show. Okay, so this is the thing. with this way we have implemented all our notification. Okay. Okay, here one thing I just want to show you that when we, so here you can see that does not exist, the notification user status matching query does not exist, because this user, I'm finding the query. Here you can see that it is saying that this query does not exist. Okay, so what we will do, we will add an exception. We will try this query. Okay, we will try this query here. Okay, and I will do everything in between this. Okay, and except models dot we have notification user status dot does not exist. If does not exist, then what we will do, we will simply that we will what we will do, we will simply return false. Okay, so if the query exists, then we will check that if query exists and it has data, then we will return true, else we will return false. Okay, so with this way we can remove that error. So let's refresh the page. So I'm in the Firefox browser with another user login, and here you can see that we have this marked as read button. Okay, so let's click on this. So when we click on this, so we have this green button. Now when it refresh this page, then here you can see that we have this kind of thing. Okay, so everything is working perfectly for the notification. Just one thing we need to implement, that we need to count the unread notification, and we will show here. Okay, so how we can do that? Okay, so what we will do, we will just count. Let's see. What I will do here, let's add here. Okay, so let's count the unread notification. So how we can do that? So I will here initiate a variable total unread equal to 0. Okay, and what I will do, before this append, I will add a if status. If not if status, if not if status, then I will plus 1. Okay, and here we will send this in our template. So this will be total unread, and I will send this the name same variable total unread. Okay, and let's add some data here. Okay, so we have this. Let's add one more, let's say two more. This is third notification. Okay, and this is fourth notification. Okay, now let's refresh the page. I'll close this and I'll open the network tab. So if we here you can see that we have data. Now in this we have, actually this is the, here we can see that. Okay, so here you can see that this is total unread is 2. Okay, so we just need to implement this in our template. So where it is, so this is PG primary, I will say total class, I will add here total unread. Okay, and in this total unread we will implement the data. So before each function, because this is our not part of the each function, so I will add here dot text. Okay, and this will be response dot total unread. Okay, so I will refresh the page because we have changed in the template. So here you can see that. Okay, so when we click on this, it will automatically, let's say click on this here. Okay, so when whenever is this update, then this notification will be 1. Okay, so here we have completed all our things related to the notification. Okay, so I hope you understand all the things that we have created in the notification system, and this is the third part of this notification system. Okay, so try to understand the things. Okay, so we have implemented this with the help of jQuery Ajax. Okay, and this is just I want to show you that how we can implement this with the jQuery Ajax, but we will also implement with this WebSocket. Okay, and we will use the Django channels, and I just want to show you in that how we can implement with the both cases, with the jQuery Ajax and with the WebSocket, so that you can understand the things, you can learn lots of things. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this feature, notification feature, and if you enjoyed this, then please hit the like button, subscribe this channel. Okay, like this video, comment your queries and all the things in this video. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. Thank you so much. If you have any doubt, any query, then please ask in the comment section, and thanks for watching this video. Thank you so much.